Over the course of several games, Shadow the Hedgehog has become one of the most powerful Sonic characters. But what kind of abilities does he actually have? And what makes him so powerful? Let's dive right into it. Chaos Control. First appearing in Sonic Adventure 2, Chaos Control is the most iconic ability that Shadow has. Chaos Control is an ability that allows the user to manipulate or warp the fabric of space and time using a Chaos Emerald's energy. Chaos Control requires at least one Chaos Emerald to draw power from. The only exception to this are the fake Chaos Emeralds with the same wavelength and properties as a real emerald. With the power of all 7 emeralds, Shadow can use Chaos Control to its full extent, which can teleport objects such as the Space Colony Ark and the Black Comet from the Earth's surface and into space. Chaos Snap. First introduced in Shadow 05, it makes a minor appearance in the CGI opening of the game after Shadow makes light work of the Black Armed soldiers. In its first gameplay appearance in Sonic 06, Chaos Snap allows the player to deal more damage to enemies. While in this mode, Shadow also enters his Chaos Boost state, allowing him to warp between opponents. To obtain the Chaos Snap and Chaos Boost, you will need to purchase the blue memory shard from the shop. The Chaos Snap also makes a return in Shadow Generations. This is part of his base moveset and acts identically to the homing attack. He will only use this move when locked on an enemy, otherwise he will just use his base homing attack on springs, pulleys, and grind rails. Chaos Spear. First appearing in Sonic Adventure 2, Chaos Spear is one of Shadow's special attacks. It is first performed by Shadow during the final boss fight against him in the hero story. In Shadow 05, it can be used as Super Shadow during the final boss fight against Devil Doom. Here it is displayed as a lightning bolt that can be fired rapidly. Recently, in Shadow Generations, the Chaos Spear has made a comeback as part of Shadow's base moveset, where it can be used for 2 things: stun enemies and open up new areas in the open zone part of the game. Chaos Blast. First appearing in Shadow 05, Chaos Blast is an explosive of highly powerful Chaos Emerald energy that damages all that is within Shadow's path. In games like Shadow 05 and Sonic 06, Shadow can use it after charging the energy inside his body and firing it outside. Like other Chaos powers, he can power it up with the Chaos Emeralds to become even stronger. In Shadow 05, Shadow can only perform Chaos Blast in its Dark Shadow form, which can only be entered when filling up the Dark Gauge. In Sonic 06, it's a little bit different. Shadow can use Chaos Blast when he activates the Chaos Boost level 3. It causes a small blast of energy that wipes anything out in a 30 feet radius, destroying any enemy that crosses his path. Doom Powers. A form of genetic mutation that alters Shadow's Black Arm's DNA, influenced with Black Doom's power, granting Shadow an even stronger upgrade to his own Chaos powers, while also going into a state called Doom Shadow. Additionally, the stronger Shadow gets with his Doom powers, the more aggressive Shadow becomes. With these Chaos powers, Shadow unlocks 5 different abilities to assist him in defeating Black Doom. Doom Spears. Allow Shadow to launch Doom-enhanced Chaos Spears and strike up to 5 enemies at once. Doom Blast. Allow Shadow to launch Black Arm's enemies and Mephiles. Doom Surf. Allow Shadow to surf on water. Doom Morph. Allow Shadow to transform into a Black Arm's Influence Octopus with Chaos Energy to conquer corrupt Influence terrain. Doom Wings. Allow Shadow to grow wings and fly. Similar to his super state, the Doom Wings sustain itself via ring energy. Shadow is also invincible when its power is active, blocking oncoming attacks with the wings themselves. By obtaining all these abilities, Shadow becomes capable of defeating Devil Doom and Neo Devil Doom, the final bosses of Shadow Generations. Hero Shadow. Its first and only appearance besides Sonic Speed Simulator in Shadow 05, Hero Shadow is the opposite of Dark Shadow. He can obtain this form when the hero gauge is completely full, filling his mind with thoughts of justice and grants him full control over positive chaos energy. While in this form, Shadow becomes invincible and can perform a large-scale version of Chaos Control to fly forward during stages or slow down time during boss battles. He can also use this form during his super state. Dark Shadow. Like Hero Shadow, Dark Shadow is the opposite of Hero Shadow. Instead of being fueled by thoughts of justice, his mind is fueled by thoughts of vengeance. Dark Shadow has only made one appearance in the mainline games besides like Speed Simulator. To obtain this form is very similar to Hero Shadow, in which you have to have a full Dark gauge to activate. This form can also be used in Shadow's super state. In this form, you are still invincible, but instead of having Chaos control, you will now be able to perform Chaos Blast, destroying anything in a short radius. Inhibitor Rings. The Inhibitor Rings, also known as the Limiter Rings, were first introduced in Sonic Adventure 2. They were not named at the time, but after his sacrifice, he gave one of the rings to Sonic. The first time they were actually used was Sonic 06, when Mephiles had stolen Shadow's Chaos Emerald to add to his own and replicate numerous clones of himself into an army. Shadow removed his limiter rings to boost his attack power and wiped out all of Mephiles' clones. It was revealed in Shadow Generations that the inhibitor rings were created to maintain Shadow's power. Super Shadow. First appearing in Sonic Adventure 2, Super Shadow is almost a carbon copy of Super Sonic with minor changes. In the past, he has defeated Devil Doom, teamed up with Super Sonic and Super Silver to defeat Solaris, and resisted the force of the Space Colony Arc. Just like Sonic, his Super State has enhanced his abilities like speed, reflexes, agility, and being virtually invulnerable to any harm. He is even able to combine different forms with Hero Shadow, Dark Shadow, and a noticeably more powerful Chaos control. Finally, in Sonic 06, when his super meter is full, Shadow launches the Spear of Light, a different variant of the Chaos Spear, which spreads out an onslaught of red spears to defeat Solaris. So that's how powerful Shadow the Hedgehog truly is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, see you guys in the next one. Peace.